enable the power. We stand for integrity, honesty, self-reliance, self-defense, and most importantly, no compromise on our foundational principles. This is America's Voice Now.
Find America's Voice Now on Facebook and at americasvoicenow.org. Here's Michael Evans.
Good morning, America. You're listening to America's Voice Now. My name is Michael Evans. I'll be your host this morning. Ordinarily, we're joined by Doreen Hannes. She's unavailable for us this morning as she has some other matters to attend to. I would encourage you, however, to make sure that you visit her website where you can learn a lot more about what Doreen works with every day. You can go to truthfarmer.com, and she will generally have an enormous amount of information to bestow upon you. You can also go to PRC News. That's PRC is the Property Rights Coalition groups, and prcnews.org maintains a lot of information that you need to know about every single day. So please make sure that you visit those folks. You know, I was looking at some posts that I did on Facebook this morning, and one of them was for a petition with about 994,000 signatures on it. And this is a specific petition to oust Eric Holder and remove him from the position of Attorney General. And the reason for that is clear. The Attorney General acts in a very, very lawless manner. And for a nation where the rule of law is the basis of the foundation of the nation, that's unacceptable. And so I signed the petition, and I would ask and encourage you to do the same. When you sign this petition, it automatically sends an email to the three representatives, your two senators, and your one federal representative in your district. It does that by zip code. Don't be afraid to be on a list. Don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to stand up for righteousness. Don't be afraid to stand up for right, for law, for liberty, for freedom. Don't be afraid. I know that many Americans, and I've heard it myself, I can't even tell you how many thousand times, well, I don't want to be on a list. If you're not aware that you're already on lists by the revelations of the NSA, by Mr. Snowden and others, I'm not quite sure what more confirmation you want. I mean, these are not lists that are party invitation lists. So the idea of being fearful to be on a list and acquiescing to tyranny is dangerous and foolish. So in the letter that they offer as a form letter, I submitted my comments on the top. And it's fairly brief, so I'll read it to you. It says, while the form letter below addresses many of the issues, my personal message is perhaps more blunt. Our nation is descending into a tyranny unlike any the world has seen before. Your position and role as a representative of the people and this state, and most importantly, your oath, demands you take immediate action. Prosecute Eric Holder. Remove Barack Obama from office via impeachment, or simply arrest him for treason against the United States based upon his many crimes. You have seen the evidence of his false birth certificate and selective service documents. The evidence is everywhere, yet you refuse to conduct an investigation that would provide the legal framework to remove the tyrant from office. The fundamental change guaranteed by this usurper and lawbreaker is not right for us as citizens, not right for our nation, and your silence in the face of guilty knowledge is acquiescence. Edmund Burke stated, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." Will you honor your oath? Protect our nation from all threats, foreign and domestic? Will you honor the oath you took before God and nation? The time has come for you to take a stand against the tyranny that is enveloping our nation like a sandstorm. The people will allow this tyranny to grow until the pain of remaining the same becomes greater than their fear of the unknown. Upon that day, you will rue your failure to act, to protect, to defend, to interpose, and to honor your word, bond, and oath. I think that will fall on deaf ears. Claire, she has been the type of person to back up, support, and encourage everything that President Obama has done. Roy Blunt has shown via his Monsanto Act and many, many other votes that were against the best interests of the state of Missouri that he's elected to represent and the individuals within, has shown that he is not one that can be trusted with our future. Jason Smith, new to the job, while he did a wonderful job with the Blue Ways issues, I'm not sure how he'll respond to this. I do know one thing. It is time for Americans to stand up and take the necessary action to restore our nation to liberty before it is gone from us in an irretrievable way. You know, I have a... in fact, I'm actually going to play it for you because it's so disturbing. I have a 4-minute video which I'll play for you. You won't see it, of course, but you'll listen to it. This is by a guy by the name of Mark Dice. And he walked around in California and asked people to sign a petition to repeal the Bill of Rights. And it's interesting how many agreed.
A signature to support Obama repealing the Bill of Rights, taking things further than the Patriot Act in this New World Order. We don't need that old-fashioned Bill of Rights anymore. You just helped to repeal the Bill of Rights. I appreciate it. So,
right,
thanks, dude. Did you get that? What the heck? You know, the force is strong with this one. You support Obama in repealing the Bill of Rights?
Yeah, sure.
Just a name and a signature. We're doing everything we can to help Obama modernize the Bill of Rights in today's New World Order, today's society. So we're helping to support him repealing the Bill of Rights. Birth date, please? To repeal the Bill of Rights. I don't think we really need those. And a signature to repeal the Bill of Rights as well. You just helped us repeal the Bill of Rights. Thanks, bro. Will you help us support Obama repealing the Bill of Rights? There's some new legislation Obama wants to repeal the Bill of Rights, so we want to just show support for that and replace it with new NDAA-type Patriot Act legislation. The Bill of Rights, you've just repealed the Bill of Rights. Thank you so much. We're helping Obama repeal the Bill of Rights, all of them. Really the only one that's left is really the Third Amendment, but that's not really applicable unless we're in a time of war. So a signature to support repealing the Bill of Rights. He's doing everything he can to help repeal the Bill of Rights, to sort of modernize that ancient legislation. So we want to show support. We want to show that the citizens support Obama repealing the Bill of Rights. A complete repeal. Most of them have been completely removed under Bush, and Obama has continued that, but we just want to show that the citizenry is behind him repealing the Bill of Rights. Thank you so much for that. Hey, real quick, just help Obama repeal the Bill of Rights and modernize this old legislation. Just a signature, a name and a signature. What we're doing is the NDAA sort of replaces that and modernizes the Bill of Rights. A birth date to repeal the Bill of Rights. We don't really need them. He's done as much as he could to get rid of them, and a signature to repeal the Bill of Rights. He's done everything he can to repeal the Bill of Rights, but we're showing the citizenry is right behind him repealing the Bill of Rights. Okay. Thank you so much. Obama's done everything he can to try to repeal the Bill of Rights, so we just want to show that the citizenry is behind him. Birth date to repeal the Bill of Rights, and there's only a couple left. Signature. So we just want to support him in his goal to repeal the Bill of Rights in the New World Order. Thank you so much. It's sort of like the Patriot Act replaces the Bill of Rights print to repeal the Bill of Rights. Obama's done everything he can to repeal the Bill of Rights.
Signer.
And so we want to just show that
After
the population
signer.
is behind him. It's going to modernize
Signature.
the ancient legislation.
After signature.
Repeal the Bill of Rights?
Yeah, Obama's going to replace it with the NDAA.
Fool.
He signed it on New Year's
After
Eve.
fool.
We want to.
No.
Finally, one man steps up.
Totally.
But that's an old.
Finally, one man steps up.
With the NDAA, he signed it on New Year's Eve. We want to.
No.
It's just.
The Constitution.
It's just
totally.
But that's an old
You're
document.
Crazy, and I won't even talk to you.
Hey,
It's an old document.
I want to
tear it up, throw it away.
I want to thank you. You're on a kind of candid camera type of bit. All of these people signed the petition to repeal the Bill of Rights. And as they were signing it, I kept repeating, this is repealing the Bill of Rights. We don't need the Bill of Rights anymore.
Really?
And it went right over their head. I don't know if they just don't know what repeal means.
No.
And it's just absolutely pathetic. So
Really?
Thank you
You're welcome.
for being intelligent. I really appreciate
I took
it.
an oath to uphold and defend it.
Oh, you're military?
I was.
Okay, thank you.
He had an entire page of signatures before he found one man who said no. I watched that video this morning and I just couldn't help it. I sat in stunned silence as the tears just ran down my face. I'm not even sure where we go from there. I'm not sure how we move past that. This nation is so willing to just let anyone and everyone Just abuse them. I mean, he was literally just stopping random people on a boardwalk. And he had 3/4 of a page full before one guy said, "Huh? What? Wait? No. No. I won't even talk to you." The minute he said Obama's name, they just lined up like sheep for the slaughter. The problem is that when they cast their vote, it counts for you. I guess that's why I do this show every day. Because there's still a few of us around. More growing, but there's still a few of us around who understand that you have these magnificent skills and talents and this kernel of divinity in you, and this mustard seed of courage, and the wisdom to know right from wrong, and the ability to make your own determination, your own free will. That was given to us by God and nature. And those who would refuse to accept or acknowledge its existence, or think that this is all just a kind of a crazy circumstance, coincidence, just the path of things, they're destroying it for the rest of us. Go ahead, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Mike, good morning. It's Bob Parker.
Hey, Bob.
I just was listening to your show this morning, and, I really appreciate, so much what you're talking about. And, I don't know if, obviously so many people just don't get where we're at, and they don't understand the Bill of Rights, and they don't understand the Constitution.
I mean, how do they not, Bob? They went to school.
Well, I took Constitution in school, and we talked about some of those things in school, and, I don't know. I don't know how kids and young people and even so many adults today don't get it. But, you talked about watching that and with tears running down your face, and several years ago in 2006 when I read the Animal ID, the NACE program that they have, and I read the details of it. I mean, I sat in my chair about midnight and cried for about an hour when I saw the destruction of my ranching operation and everything that I loved, and it's such a good thing, and how they were going to regulate us to death. And, there's just so many things that they're doing. I was over in Branson last night. I spoke to a Patriot group over there about Agenda 21 and about the driver's license situation, and all these things that are happening, the NDAA, and I mean, it just, there was about 30 people at that meeting, and there's just so many people are just asleep at the wheel.
There should have been 3,000.
There should have been thousands there. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? I mean, the guy that had the meeting over there, he had the books that all across this district, all across Missouri, all across this nation, they are implementing United Nations Agenda 21 programming, in county and city plans all across this district, all over Branson, all over up there. I mean, all across Missouri, all across this country. They're doing it right now, and it says he had a notebook, and it said right in there it was a notebook that he had gotten, and it's what the planners use. And it said right in the front of it, and I took a picture of it. I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. But this is Agenda 21. It says it, and I just kind of blew my mind. They are so open about what they're doing now because there's so few people even get it.
They see the complete and utter lack of interest, the apathy of America. And I just, I tell you, it just breaks my heart. You know, these are the people who not only stand to lose their own nation, but they're forcing us to lose the future. And I can't understand how they will willingly walk like lemmings off the cliff. I can't get it.
I talked to a lady yesterday. She was over doing some loans in our office, our real estate office, and she's from Springfield. And I was talking to her about the Blue Ways issue that we fought, and she didn't know anything about it. You know, this is a very successful businesswoman in banking, directly involved in real estate, knew nothing about the Blue Ways issue. You know,
I didn't even realize that it would affect her ability to earn a livelihood or the bank she represents in their investments.
And when I started talking to her about it, she said, well, I try to stay positive.
Yeah.
I mean, and we have this crazy idea somehow in society that when you deal with these real problems that are destroying our freedom, it's somehow negative. You're just being negative.
Right.
And this is just the brainwashing and the political correctness that's gone on. And, you know, I thought back, you were talking about the Patriot Act, in about 2006 when we had that meeting in West Plains with Joanne Emerson, and we asked her about the Patriot Act that she had signed representing this district and taking us into tyranny under the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I signed it. And we asked her, did you read it? And she said, no, we didn't have time to read it. They just told us that we had to sign it because they had to fight terrorism. And yet she renewed it. You know, she voted to renew it.
She's no different than these people on that boardwalk.
Exactly, no different than the people on the boardwalk.
And yet elected to be above, elected to spend her time being above the fray, wise of what's going on around us, to protect us, to defend us, to participate in our republic, but for the benefit of the nation, not for her own personal ends.
Exactly.
Bob, thanks, man. I appreciate the call.
Keep up the fight, brother.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Folks, we're going to take a break. You're listening to America's Voice Now. You can find us on the web at americasvoicenow.org. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/America's Voice Now. You can find this and every other video that we do on YouTube at youtube.com/America's Voice Now. Please spend some time with us. Get educated, informed, motivated, and activated. We're doing what we can to try to keep America together and restore her to her former greatness. But boy, some days it feels like we're holding back a tidal wave with a teacup.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is KBMV Birch Tree is the Ozarks best